Alright guys, so this is my salmon and scallops Yeesang for the year of 2025. Look at that beauty. So it's Chinese New Year again, guys. Tong tong chang, tong tong chang. And during this festive season, there are many dishes that come about in the restaurant, and they are only specifically for Chinese New Year. And one of the dishes that I absolutely love is yisang. All right, and not just any yisang. I don't fancy all the yisangs that are served in Chinese restaurants. To be frank, a lot of Chinese restaurants are quite lazy with their yisang nowadays because they focus their efforts elsewhere, which is such a waste. You know, because I believe yisang can be so sophisticated, so fresh, so delicious, and at the same time really healthy for you. And it's an opportunity for them to do things slightly differently from other people. So more often than not, I actually rather make my own yisang. And if you followed me from last year, you know my yisang is pretty bomb. Now the first thing with yisang is to prep all your vegetables. I'm starting with a couple of staples, definitely radish, cucumber, carrots, and pear. For the radish, I'm going to be soaking them in ice water. That will take away some of that stench from the radish, and on the other hand, also make it nice and crisp. Alright, and as you know, I love lychee in my yisang from the yisang recipe that I gave you last year. So this year, we're going with lychee again. To add on to the fruitiness of yisang this year, I'm adding some mini mandarin oranges. Some pickles to give that contrast in taste. Aromatics, some herbs. Here I'm using spring onion. Spring onion don't just give a beautiful color, but it also gives that nice, fresh taste. Again, fruitiness, sweetness, crunchiness, juiciness. I'm gonna add some pear for that factor. Another herb that I absolutely love in yisang is coriander. The coriander is just going to lift up that flavor of the yisang. Another aromatic that I absolutely love, which you might have caught on from my last yisang recipe, is bunga kantan or ginger torch flower. This really adds a nice perfume, fragrance to the yisang. For a nice umami flavor, I'm adding in some seasoned seaweed. Now for the crunchy element, obviously this content is filmed a lot earlier before Chinese New Year. So the pok pok choy or the crackers, the pre-made crackers, which I absolutely love, is not in sale yet. So I'm making my own crispy element by using some spring roll skins. All right, so all we need to do is cut them in half, put them together, cut them down. Alright, now we season with some salt. Now, most of the condiments of the yisang have been prepared already. Once all the fruits and vegetables are in place, you can keep the yisang in order to use it for later. Now, the rest of the condiments can go on just before you serve. Now is a good time to prep the prize jewel of the yisang. Most of the time, the seafood. Salmon, some people use abalone. Today we're going to do salmon and scallop. Now, what you want to do, we want to remove the skin of the salmon. So slice with a very sharp knife. What I like to do is make a slit at the skin, right down the middle, just so that you have something you can put your fingers in to hold on to the salmon skin. Beautiful. Now, as for the scallops, all we do, pat them dry, and we're removing the muscle. Now we're going to make a saltwater brine just to disinfect the seafood, because we are going to be consuming the salmon and the scallops raw. About 1.5 tablespoons of salt, tablespoon of sugar, really cold water. Mix everything together. Salmon in, scallops, and we're going to let that sit for about 5 minutes. Obviously, you do not want to over soak your seafood inside this brine for too long, because it is a very salty brine, and the longer you soak it, it's going to really salt up your seafood. Now, pat dry. Curing your seafood in this way does a couple of things. Number one, it disinfects all the bacteria that's on the raw seafood. And number two, it firms up the fish and makes it a lot easier to cut. Number three, it gives the fish a little bit more flavor. Now, remember the radish that we soaked in the ice water earlier on? You can see the color has become a little bit more translucent and they got nice and firm. Now place that salmon in the middle. followed by these beautiful Hokkaido scallops. Some tobiko on the top. If you're feeling all luxe, you definitely can swap out the tobiko with some caviar. But yeah, that will make it super expensive. All right. Now we grab some of these crispies. So anyway, guys, this is my yisang for this year, which is with salmon and scallops. And this is the best part about the yisang, is when we put all the condiments together. Every condiment has a symbol and has a meaning. And usually when you go to the Chinese restaurant, whoever, that waiter or waitress or the maitre d' who come and assemble the yisang for you, would announce each symbol. It's always a beautiful, almost poetic thing. Unfortunately, I don't know any of it. So if you watch this at home and you know what the meaning is, do say it out for the benefit of the both of us, I guess. All right. Now, the first off I'm going to start with is the lime. Yeah, the lime, I'm going to be squeezing it over the scallops and the salmon. Next up, olive oil, white pepper, 5 spice powder, some honey, grounded peanuts, toasted sesame seeds, and last but not least, some plum sauce. Right, so now this is done and all that's left is maybe some people to join me doing this so it's not so depressing. And there we go, guys. How are you? Are we ready? Yes? Say lah something. Korang dah masuk. Are we ready? Yeah! Alright, let's go. Hinga! Onga! Huara! Nyanyo iya! Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this simple recipe of a yisang, and I hope you try it this year. And may the year of the snake bring about blessings, abundance to you and your family. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Take care, guys. Love you all. Ciao. Gong hei fa choy. Makan, guys. Come, let's eat. Ah.